Hello. Thank you so much for joining me tonight. I'm so grateful that you're here. Tonight's video is about crystals for Libra season. So let's get started. Get started with the intention candle as always. So, my intention that I put into these quartz crystals that are able to hold the information and send it out into the world for you tonight is that you find alignment with your soul, with your path, with your soul's journey, your Tao, your destiny, and that I'm able to help you along that path in any way possible. And also just for you to have such a beautiful and relaxing evening full of restful and healing sleep. Actually, I'm going to do a little bit of sage too, because it's been a crazy month. There's a lot of my close people really going through some huge paradigm shifts, myself included. I try my best to get videos uploaded every 2 weeks, but life had different plans for me this month, so I'm handling it as gracefully as possible. But I think I could definitely use a cleansing, so I've got my beautiful sage bundle here with peppermint to cleanse the field. Let's take a few deep breaths, allowing your body to relax. Get myself to maybe a few more deep breaths. Couldn't hurt, right? Just allow the smoke to move through your field, clearing it out, helping you to get into a more meditative and relaxed state. I feel better. So, Libra season, this is going to be a shorter video because I only really have two main crystals for Libra season. It's kind of an interesting one for me, and it's probably the one I resonate with the least, but not in a negative way or anything. It just feels the least accessible to me, maybe. But I know a lot of Libras and have lots of Libra friends and love them all dearly. So, some things about Libra from my understanding are that, the dates, by the way, are October 16th through November 15th for sidereal or Vedic Libra season. So, from my very basic understanding, and from a very abstracted perspective, my sort of understanding of Libra season is a lot about balance. So, the symbol can be represented as scales, and Libras tend to be all about fairness and equality, and it's often said that they have a hard time making decisions because they want to be able to please everyone and have everyone happy, which is a really beautiful thing. They often find themselves in management positions. I think that can be a difficult one too, because it's tough to please everyone. But they do make good leaders. Libra is ruled by Venus, so there's a lot of beauty and art and aesthetics and love and just loving life and the beautiful things about life. Taurus is the other sign ruled by Venus, so you can kind of see the similarities there on loving the beautiful things in life and really appreciating art and music and just all of those types of things, really getting into what they find beautiful. And yeah, that is my surface level understanding. When I boil it down to kind of a base frequency, what I get is a very balanced and a very high vibrational energy, and they're an air sign, so it's very high vibrational, very intelligent, and the colors that I get are blue and pink, so like a pastel blue and pink. And the crystal that captures that energy is kind of a more rare crystal, but they are becoming easier to find now. So this is the best one that I have, but you might be able to see it is pink at the bottom and blue on the top, and it's called Aquamorganite. So this is a combination of Morganite, which is the pink beryl, and Aquamarine, which is the blue beryl. And this one has tourmaline on the top. And this is another one that I've got. You might be able to see it just a little bit better. These have what I believe to be is a high cesium content, and I associate cesium with Venus. This one has a beautiful cat's eye effect, which just means it has a kind of a shininess to it on the inside. And cesium is a very, very high vibrational mineral. I'm not exactly sure why I associate it so strongly with Venus and Libra, but ever since I started working with it as an element, it really came through to me as this very concentrated pink color, and it's again very high vibrational, so just beautiful feminine energy. Again, you get that with Venus. But Morganite is actually blue normally. And this is an example of blue Morganite from Brazil. And when it's heated, that is what makes it pink. And with these, the high cesium content keeps it blue. So I do have a few of these left in my shop. I've been very, very drawn to them. And the other thing that I love about these in particular is the tourmaline. And this is black tourmaline. And most of them that you see will have black tourmaline with them. And to me, it again captures Libra energy beautifully, because while you do have this very etheric energy, you know, we've got this occurring during Halloween season, and it's very well known that the veils are so thin during the month of October and late October, and really just this whole season. The veils are so thin, so we've got this beautiful etheric energy, but we've also got that little bit of spookiness, that little bit of a darkness that's starting to creep in with the winter season and with, of course, the Scorpio season coming up. So it helps to kind of buffer the energy that's about to come in. And you know, if you're an October Libra, you're probably a little bit spooky anyway. So I love that it's got the black tourmaline. And there is another form of these that I've recently found. I've talked about them in other videos before, but these are not split in half, but there's a core of blue and pink on the outside. And they're the ones that I talked about. I'm so obsessed with them. These have combinations too of different minerals inside. So some of them have tourmaline and some of them have apatite, which is really extraordinary and also works well for this season. But I'm not sure if you can see the blue and pink distinction in this one, but it's one of my favorites. And yeah, if you aren't able to find these types of crystals, yeah, I think I might have maybe one of each of these left in my shop, but I do have more. So just message me if you want insider access. So you could just get Aquamarine and Morganite. This is probably my most favorite Aquamarine. It's really something, and it's got, of course, my beautiful helix spiral through the middle. So you can work with Aquamarine, and this is a Morganite crystal. This one is currently listed in my shop. This one is cool again because you've got both pink and blue. You might be able to see the blue here. But it's really something. It's hard for me to let go of this one. Giant, chunky, terminated piece with some sort of, again, here's your black mineral. This is probably some kind of manganese material. it's perfect to be on here for that little streak of darkness. It could also be tourmaline, I'm not sure, but yeah, this one's really, really cool. I love this one. And then, of course, I've got this giant piece. It's kind of heart-shaped, which is perfect, again, for Venus and our love. You can kind of see like that. This one has a coating of Clevelandite on part of it. It's this really kind of gorgeous white sparkly material, and then you can see the Morganite here. It's huge. This piece is probably like, I don't know, half a pound or something. It's really big and chunky. It's very rare to find them this big. But I love how these look like little rosettes. And what could be more perfect than roses with hearts? So, really, really cool piece. And yeah, this one's available. It's very pricey because it's huge. So that is really kind of it. That is the main crystal for Libra season, and I love it for the balance element. You've kind of got these two polarities that are balancing each other out with a nice grounding element, and it helps you access that energy in a controlled and just more accessible way than trying to sort of find it on your own and really kind of ride the wave rather than getting swept under by it. Libra season can be tough. Air seasons are tough for a lot of people because it's very, it can be tumultuous in ways, or at least the transition can be. So I highly recommend working with Aquamarine and Morganite, and even better if they are all in one. And they're also great because they have a watery element to them too, which will again help you transition between this season and the next being a water season. And it keeps you gently grounded. For air signs, grounding can be really hard. So something gentle like water can still be very grounding without being like an anvil or like a lead weight around your ankle, which isn't helpful. You just want a gentle embodiment, a gentle just presence. You want to, find your feet, imagine your feet in the ocean and in the sand, and finding the balance of those elements. So that's the main one. The next one I have is called Pollucite. And this is the main cesium mineral as far as accessible crystals go. And I love Pollucite. It's a very, very unique in its vibration, and it has these, let's see if I can get it to focus. Yeah, really cool etchings. It's a hydrothermal crystal. So again, you've got a very beautiful balance of the elements. You've got a balance of air and water and fire and earth, because this is a piece of the earth. So beautifully balanced frequency, just super unique with the gorgeous etchings. I love hydrothermal crystals. They're my favorite because of the way that they form with gas and pressure and fire and water. I just think they're so fascinating and unique and really potent. Very, very potent. So, some people don't recommend working with Pollucite because it can be, this is the one that's gonna like completely take you on the wave. There's not as much grounding as one of these. You're just gonna completely embrace the frequency of cesium and Venus and Libra energy, and it can feel a little chaotic to some, or a little bit all over the place, a little bit hard to wrangle. So if you're having trouble with those things, I wouldn't recommend working with it. But if you want to figure out how to work with this energy in a controlled way, I would definitely recommend it. This piece is from Brazil, but I actually have cat hairs. Some pieces like this in my shop, and some pieces in my little local shop. I have a pop-up shop now located in Red Door Salon, and it is such a blessing. So yeah, there's a bunch of these at Red Door Salon. It's a really cool venue. She has all kinds of spiritual services and sound baths and intuitive hair treatments and Reiki, massage, anything you can think of. And crystals now. I do have, they've been selling pretty well, so I think I only have a few of these left in my shop too, but these are from, of course, Pakistan. I love my Pakistani materials and have such a great relationship with my vendor there, so he got the good stuff. So Pollucite is the other crystal, and it does actually come in pink too. I have not really seen that, but it does happen. So just another way it sort of channels that same frequency. And the last one I have is Danburite. And Danburite is another very high vibrational crystal. Very angelic vibes almost, but very sweet. One of the sweetest crystals to work with. And it also comes in pink. They're often called sugar Danburite because a lot of the time they have a sparkly coating on the outside. This one's got a tiny bit of pyrite in it for that little grounding bit. That's helpful. But yeah, Danburite is a really sweet and beautiful crystal to work with that really captures the essence of just fairness and love and equality and unconditional love. And it's not one that I work with a ton, but I've always loved these crystals. I keep them in my collection even though I don't work with them because I just can appreciate from afar the really special energy that they bring. I believe that we have certain soul groups of crystals that we work with more closely. So there will be some that you resonate really strongly with. Aquamarine, I resonate crazy strong with. It's one of my favorites. And Danburite is not one of my soul group crystals, but again, I just love it so much. So maybe it's yours. And that's all I got today. I think it may be balancing out because the next video for Scorpio season is going to be long. That's my season, and there are so many frequencies. I'm not sure if I'm just more sensitive to it or if there just are more. But I have got a full lineup for that crystal season, so get ready for that one. And again, I apologize that it's taken me so long to get a video up. Had some major life changes going on, and they're good. They are for my soul alignment. So when I set that intention out at the beginning of all my videos, it gets me in there too, and I'm also held accountable. So I've got to stay in alignment with my soul too. And this year has brought that along so closely for so many of us. Really, all my close friends are going through something right now. So I'm holding space for you all and sending you all so much love. I've got unconditional love vibes going out. I'm going to send some Reiki through this right now. Just right to your heart space. And hopefully you can feel that heart space just kind of melt and be open to receiving love, and know that you are held by the universe. You are supported, you are taken care of, and you are loved. You deserve to be in alignment with your soul. You are valuable, and I hope that everyone's lessons are sweet and gentle. And I also hope that you have a wonderful evening. I love you all so, so much. Thank you for your sweet comments and your feedback and your support. This really helps me so much in staying in alignment with myself. So, yeah, thank you again. I love you. Good night.